Recently, I've been spending a lot of time talking about the YouTube algorithm. In the last video I uploaded here, I spent some time going over it, and the Patreon bonus video I put out in January was titled Video Essays Are the New Let's Plays, which is another thing that kind of talked about the history of various YouTube algorithms. And I have to worry about this because I'm a YouTuber, and this might not be super interesting to other people, but there is something very funny the YouTube algorithm did recently that I want to share with you guys because I think it's hilarious, and I think you will as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now, for starters, to give a quick recap, the way the YouTube algorithm currently works is that YouTube tries to promote good individual videos, and that's it. YouTube does not care about your playlists or about your shows. It doesn't really care about categories of videos either necessarily. It's all about what a good individual video is, and that's it. And so to give you guys a quick little example, recently I started watching this YouTuber, Luxatorius. I don't know how to say his name. Apologies if you are watching this dude. But I found his channel through a couple of recommendations because YouTube has put this guy in the algorithm a number of times. If you look at his most popular videos, you see he's getting 1 million views on some of these videos, even though he's a relatively new YouTuber that's been making videos for maybe a year or so. And why do horror games stop being scary? 1.3 million views. A deep dive into anime fan service, 1 million views. Brutally honest Elden Ring critique, 500,000 views. YouTube is recognizing these videos and saying, hey, this is a good thumbnail, a good title. It's providing something interesting enough to a point where people are clicking on this. A lot of people are clicking on this video when we recommend it to other people. And on top of that, people are watching it all the way through. They are sitting here and watching 49 minutes about why horror games stop being scary, 42 minutes about anime fan service. YouTube is spending time recognizing, hey, this guy is making some interesting original content that people want to watch, so it's promoting that. YouTube has found these videos are good, so it's going to promote these videos. Now, that being said, YouTube is not promoting this channel. It is not promoting Luxatorius as a creator. It's promoting certain videos it believes that he's making that are good. So a deep dive into anime fan service, it's promoting that, getting it 1 million views, but it's not promoting the next video he uploads. That's 51,000 views. That's less views than he has subscribers. You know, certainly not promoting the next video, a Q&A video, 9,000 views to his 75,000 subscribers, and way less than the 1 million views of the fan service video, right? Like, YouTube is not promoting this guy's channel because it thinks he's a good creator. It's identifying the videos that he's making that are good, and then it believes that, this is quality content people want to watch, so it's going to promote those videos, not necessarily promote his channel. This is how YouTube's been working for a while, caring about click rate or click-through rate while also caring about like watch time and minutes watched. And you see these kinds of funny channels. I mean, this is basically every channel nowadays where you might have some of your videos that get 1 million views and you might have some of your videos that get 28,000 views. You know, there's a huge difference in what you can expect with your uploads. If you put a lot of time and effort into like trying to make something that's broadly appealing and you really make it a good quality thing, YouTube will promote that, and it's awesome to see that, I can spend years working on a documentary that YouTube will then promote to other people, but it can also be frustrating because sometimes, it feels like you put all this time and effort into an hour-long video that you think people will enjoy, but YouTube doesn't think that it's worth sharing around with other people. So anyway, all of this is to say that YouTube has... What this has done is kind of create an era where every video you upload as a creator, if you want to play to the algorithm these days at least, you kind of have to approach every video and treat it as if it's a really exciting, big, important event, right? So people that used to make videos that were maybe more meditative, short little vlogs like this, or any sort of like gameplay commentary or daily vlog or discussion type thing, you can't really make those videos anymore and at least find the same level of success you used to unless you treat each individual video as something that will be really exciting and entertaining, or frame it in a way that YouTube will think everybody wants to watch it. So to give another example, another YouTuber I've been watching a lot of is City Planner Plays, a guy that plays City Skylines, who is a city planner in real life. And he does basically gameplay commentaries. These videos are all parts of big series that he puts in playlists where he will build a city and city skylines. But the way that he frames his videos is he frames them as good individual videos through the title and thumbnail. So for example, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide to City Skylines This is part one of a big series of a gameplay video, but the way that he's phrased the title, thumbnail, and the way he's framed the content is he's framed it as, here is a good individual video that if you are interested in learning how to play City Skylines, this is a tutorial, right? Even though it's a gameplay commentary, he's framed it as a tutorial and something that will do well in terms of click-through rate and watch time and everything. And you see that I'm looking at his most popular videos now, but every one of his videos, he frames this in the same sort of way. Building nearly every factory in City Skylines. It's part of a series, but he frames it as like a, not necessarily a challenge, but like a, you know, that kind of framing is important. This sounds like a Mr. Beast video. Right? That's how you have to frame your videos. Planning and implementing an urban highway and interchanges. Sounds like a tutorial. You know, city tips. I abandoned the city 2,706 days ago. Let's fix it. These are all series gameplay videos, but the framing is really important because YouTube cares about you framing things in a way where it feels like a big, important life event or a big, important, like good individual video. Right? I'm starting to repeat myself a lot. I apologize, but I want to set this up for what I think is potentially the funniest thing I've ever seen. So this is how YouTube's worked for a while, right? And it can be really good. And again, I want to emphasize that I like this algorithm more than any of the previous algorithms that we've ever had. But because of the way that YouTube has framed this, YouTube really has not really cared about promoting channels or about promoting individual creators to a point where it only cares about big life events. And so let me show you a video that was recommended to me through the algorithm the other day. This channel is called Meteors. It's a guy who makes videos, from my understanding, about Kirby lore, as well as like lore and other fan-made games in certain Nintendo products, like Kirby, Metroid, potentially some other stuff as well. Neopets. I mean, like that. He does some really interesting videos about like a very small niche of the internet, and he's been making videos for, I think, a number of years now. And you can see that most of his videos are, they can range anywhere in terms of viewership from like 2,000 views to 20,000 views. And he's been making videos for a long time now. I think like, yeah, how long? 5 years, more than 5 years. He's been around for a while making these videos, and it's been a hobby of his. Well, recently, one of his videos was recommended to me. It was called A Farewell to Meteors, and this video got promoted pretty heavily in the YouTube algorithm. It has 276,000 views. If we go to his most popular videos, like it's his third most popular video he ever uploaded. This video, it's a good video, right? It's a good video. It has a good title, a good thumbnail. A farewell to Meteors that tells you what the video is about to some degree, but there's enough of an information gap that you don't totally understand what's going on. It piques your curiosity. That's why I clicked on it originally. It also has original thumbnail art plus a face in the thumbnail, which is always good for the YouTube algorithm. So this popped up in my recommended feed one day. I clicked it. This video is a quitting announcement. This guy, he's been making videos for a long time. He talks about it, and he says that he's quitting YouTube because he can't afford to keep making videos because he has a child now, and he wants to raise his kid. And YouTube has always been a passion thing for him. It's always been a hobby. It's never really been a career. He has a job separate from this, and he has to quit YouTube because he wants to make stuff, or he wants to spend time with his son, raising his child, and that's what this video is about. And this video, it got promoted so much in the YouTube algorithm, it is his third most popular video, his quitting announcement. Like, I don't know if you find that as funny as me, but if you go into the comments, people are saying, I've never watched this guy and I'm getting emotional. It's so sad. I never heard of this man until he was gone. YouTube has cared so much about promoting big life events over individual creators or their channels. If you're not careful, your quitting announcement might be one of the biggest videos you ever make. It's a funny sort of circumstance, and it's something that's a little bit odd because, in theory, I don't know, maybe this guy would have made these videos full time if YouTube cared enough to promote him. And if he framed his videos in such a way that he probably has a job that pays more than his YouTube channel ever would have. But this is a weird sort of circumstance where YouTube, through not promoting creators and instead only promoting videos, it's kind of hurt a lot of people that make more niche content to a point where their quitting announcement might be the most popular video they ever get. And look, I mean, this guy has people donating to him in the comments. YouTube on their way to recommend me the goodbye video of a beloved YouTuber that I've never known but will nonetheless begin to miss as I delve into his past content. Good luck on life, man. I don't know if you guys find this as funny as me, but this is something that I think speaks volumes about the way that YouTube currently works. Again, I love the current algorithm because it allows me to sink lots of time into big projects, documentaries, or hour-long analysis videos. Like, YouTube really promotes that kind of stuff. And there's, I mean, if you want to see more examples, Burnham, he recently had his channel hacked, but like, this dude is another guy I've spent some time watching. And he made a Lost video. Where is it? He made a video on Lost. Oh, here it is. A 3-hour video on Lost. And it's a really long video that I have no idea how much time he sunk into making that. But YouTube recognized that this was like a really, really big passion project of his and gave it 2.2 million views. It's cool that YouTube allows people to make that kind of content and promote that kind of stuff to people. But at the same time, it kind of sucks that you don't get to have that more meditative content, or you can't find success making that kind of daily vlog, that kind of look into an individual person's life. And that makes me really sad because I remember Burnham once said in some sort of interview talking about YouTube and sort of the beauty of the internet is that oftentimes the exciting part of connecting with people online is through smaller and more honest personal interactions. Burnham gave an example in this interview where he said, imagine a circumstance where a guy is making a video on how to tie a tie, and he uploads it to YouTube, and that YouTube video gets 500 views. That's a beautiful scenario. That's a scenario where an old man or woman, whoever, makes a video on how to tie a tie because they think maybe someone will be able to get something out of this. Here's a little piece of knowledge that I have. I'm not making this for financial profit. I'm not making this to get rich or famous or anything like that. I think I might have something that someone else might need, and I want to give that to them for free. And even if it only ends up with 500 views, that's 500 views of a little 16-year-old kid who his dad passed away or something, and he never taught him how to tie a tie. So he goes to the internet and learns from a kind old man how he can tie a tie to go to prom or something. Like, those really small personal interactions that don't have a show built around them is oftentimes what the internet is really awesome at giving you. It's this really cool, beautiful personal interaction that you don't really get to see when YouTube only cares about life events, when YouTube only cares about the big announcements or framing everything as a big, interesting thing that everyone should watch. And I miss that. That's kind of why I'm bringing this channel back. I saw a comment on my last video saying that, oh, I'm going to quit this again. I always start projects like this second channel up only to abandon them a week or a month later. But I don't want to do that. I really want to see if I can continue making more personal and meditative stuff myself and not have to worry about framing everything like a show. And that's part of why this GB100 channel is coming back. I hope that you guys are interested in seeing more stuff like this, and I want to see if I can bring that kind of content back myself. So this is something that I have to spend a certain amount of time on my main channel, on my big documentaries, because I have to pay the bills with my YouTube stuff. I got to put these big outlines of these big documentaries together and spend 100 hours editing them. But with that being said, I hope that I can, if you guys donate to the Patreon, I'm not making this as an advertisement. I'm starting to ramble here a little bit, but like, that's kind of the idea of bringing this channel back. And that's kind of my approach to making this kind of content again. I don't know about you guys, but I think that oftentimes it's very easy for me to get sucked into the meta of the world. Like, whatever it is you have to do, especially on YouTube, you kind of mold yourself to that, even if it's something you don't always like. And I'm recognizing I've done that so much to a point where I now miss a lot of the content that sort of breaks the mold. A lot of the stuff out there that isn't, that I loved watching those more meditative videos, the smaller, chiller stuff. And I miss it a lot. And I recognize I'm not making any of that myself. So hopefully I can keep making some stuff like that here on this second channel. Hope you guys like it. If you do, please keep watching it so I can keep making it. And YouTube will never promote it. YouTube will never promote this video or this channel. But as long as you guys keep watching it, I'll keep making these kinds of videos.